So we will continue from the concept of Thevenin's theorem which we are just now developing. So the question is that a circuit is given which consists of two voltage sources and three resistances, and the question asked is to find out the current in the 5 ohm resistance. It can be either current or it can be voltage, either way. So since Ohm's law is well aware, we are well aware of the Ohm's law. When we find the current, voltage can be that current in resistance, or we find the voltage, the current can be that voltage upon resistance. So that the concept is very clear. So a problem is given wherein the question means a complex in a given complex electrical circuit which consists of substantially large number of voltage sources and resistances, we have to find current in a given resistance. So to start with, we are taking a simple problem. So that, as I had already told, that can be computed by putting simultaneous equations and solving them using, or by developing simultaneous equations, or by constructing simultaneous equations by using Kirchhoff's laws and then solving these equations simultaneously. But that is a tedious process. Therefore, we are in search of an alternative process. In an alternative process, that the resistance through which the current is asked to be found out is to be first separated. So I am asked to find out the current through this 5 ohm resistor which was connected between A and B. So you bring it out and you embed yourself in the resistance, as means Thevenin's tries to look from within the resistance towards the remaining circuit. Thevenin tries to look towards the remaining circuit from within the resistance. So the Thevenin's equivalent circuit, what it would be, Thevenin's equivalent circuit, which will be now constructed. This is 10 volt. I have just drawn on this side so to create the space. So Thevenin tries to be inside. Thevenin tries or places himself inside the 5 ohm resistance, and from the 5 ohm resistance, it is Thevenin's magic eye. So from this magic eye, he tries to look at the remaining circuit between A and B. So what ultimately he looks, that multiple voltage sources and multiple resistances are there, but effectively he looks at something equivalent circuit, and as told that Thevenin's equivalent circuit, he considers this smallest, the equivalent circuit should be both simple and compact. The smallest equivalent circuit which you can construct, which takes help of resistance and voltage sources, is a single resistance and a single voltage source. So it was assigned to you. You might have developed, you may verify. Those who could not develop can just watch it. So I further give a hint that the equivalent circuit which Thevenin's feels consists of Thevenin's voltage and Thevenin's resistor. So when I disconnect this, take this away, from this I look at the remaining circuit. So these two voltage sources and these two resistances, this entirely, that is this circuit, is equivalent to this circuit. That is, I explain in Marathi. Thevenin's इक्विवलेंट सर्किट तयार करताना ज्या रेजिस्टन्स मधला करंट काढायला सांगितलाय तो वेगळा घ्यायचा तो इथे ठेवायचा आणि त्या रेझिस्टन्सच्या अँगल मधून उरलेल्या सर्किटला बघायचं. ते जे उरलेलं सर्किट आहे ज्यामध्ये मल्टिपल व्होल्टेज सोर्सेस मल्टिपल रेझिस्टन्स आहे ते सगळे मिळून जणू काही एक व्होल्टेज सोर्स आणि एक रेझिस्टन्सच्या समसमान आहेत. हे आणि हे समान आहे. सो दिस इक्विव्हॅलंट. सो थेवेनिन्स tries to find out, means what is it's to study Thevenin's theorem is comparatively easy, but we are not studying Thevenin's theorem, we are developing Thevenin's theorem. That is important. So Thevenin's tries to find out whatever complex effect phenomenon is because of these multiple sources and multiple resistances is tried to be produced by a single source and a single resistance. So the question is, how do we find out? So this resistance is a different part. When you put it, something will be there. So the question is, what Thevenin's equivalent circuit is, whatever is the effect of these multiple, these are here there are two sources, two resistances. There can be multiple, there is no limit. You can construct 10 sources, 15 resistances, and the 16th one in which you have to find the current. So any huge circuit you can take, the resistance in which the current is to be found out is separated, and from that resistance, from within that you place yourself within and look at it. So everything remaining is considered to be equivalent to this. So the question is now, how to find this? What would means based on all these four values, you have to compute VTH and RTH. How will you compute VTH? How will you compute RTH? So I have given a hint. Those who could not find the answer previously can again pause the video and try to find out the answer. And after that they can resume and verify the answer. Those who are unable to find out, those who don't think that they can find, they can continue watching the lecture and they will understand. Those who are attempting will also understand after they resume. So now what we can think of is we have to find equivalent. So let you means who have to find, you have to find. So I will equip, listen, the question is the equivalent circuit, what this corresponds to, and it is not there, it is to be connected now. So you are looking from that 5 ohm resistance angle towards this. So this. So you have to find. So I will equip you. So what I will equip you with? I will equip you with a digital multimeter. A digital multimeter which can be used as digital voltmeter or current meter. Okay. So this circuit is given to you. This circuit is to be converted to this circuit. So what would be VTH? What would be VTH? Now listen, suppose if you connect a digital voltmeter directly here, means this is what voltage you will find here, same you have to find here. Means because no current is being drawn, this 5 ohm is not connected. So with the digital voltmeter, you connect the voltage here. So that whatever means without connecting anything between A and B, whatever voltage is right now exists in the circuit, that would be VTH. So this we connect a digital voltmeter, we connect a voltmeter. This is voltmeter. We drawn inside the voltmeter and measure the voltage as it is without connecting anything between A and B. Therefore, it is called as the reading of the voltmeter is open circuit voltage between points A and B. So what we are discussing? We are finding out the Thevenin's equivalent circuit between A and B. The circuit comprises of two voltage sources, two resistances. We are trying to find out the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Just to create some space, I have taken on this side. Then what we do? What Thevenin's equivalent circuit is to find out between A and B. So you connect a voltmeter there. The voltmeter is supposed to be ideal. It may not be, but the degree with which it is deviating from idealness is highly negligible in current case. So whatever is the voltage which would be read out by the voltmeter is considered to be the open circuit voltage. And now, so these two are equivalent, means whatever happens here must happen here. Suppose if you connect the voltmeter here, you get some reading. Even if you connect that voltmeter here, you should get the same reading. When you connect the voltmeter here, what will happen? Since no voltmeter is ideal, so no current is drawn, so whatever is this voltage must be the same reading. So here, whatever reading you get here between VA and B means the voltage between A and B, when nothing is connected between them, is Thevenin's equivalent voltage. So VTH, which we have to find out, is V open circuit. VTH is V open circuit. So that we have found. Now, so Thevenin's equivalent voltage is open circuit voltage between the 2 points between which Thevenin's equivalent circuit is to be found out. Now this is very important, finding the RTH, not so easy. Then actually there may be few extra sincere students in your class and they might have read Thevenin's theorem, means there may be few extra sincere who might have read this when the semester ended on 13 September, first year exam was over. Few might have read the syllabus and tried to go through the contents. And in that Thevenin's theorem they might have read. The classical definition of Thevenin's theorem, in that there is a method given to find VTH and there is another method, there is a method given to find RTH. But that method is, according to me, not appropriate method, because that you don't feel it to be yours. So I am explaining the method for finding out RTH in a different manner. I am explaining the method for finding out RTH in altogether different manner, which you should listen very carefully now. So how do we find this VTH we found, right? So equivalent means what? Whatever is there must be here. So that voltage which you get between the 2 points is VTH. Now how to get RTH? That is not so easy to be found out. Finding out RTH, we need to do some work. Now, sometimes, not here, in any problem which you encounter in your career in engineering applications, try to work on extremities. Think means it is not a negative thinking, it is not a destructive thinking. Whenever you are designing something, always ask question, what will happen if this gets shorted? What will happen if this goes out of functioning? So based on various extreme thinkings, their appropriate combination will give you the meaningful rule. So think on extremities. So take this as a hint, pause the video, think something and proceed further. So VTH we have found out, RTH is to be found out. Now so let us find out VTH first in this case. Now let us find out VTH in this case here. So we can very easily find out now that the Kirchhoff's laws need not be applied to that extent. It is very simple, 20 volt, 10 volt, 20 ohm resistance, right? So it is a simple application of Ohm's law. So the current, what will be the current? 20 volt, 10 volt, 10 volt difference, 10 ohm, 10 ohm. So 0.5 amperes is the current. 0.5 amperes is the current. So 0.5 amperes, 10 volt, 5 volt drop. 5 volt drop. So this would be 20 minus 5 is 15 volts. So VTH would be 15 volts. That is the open circuit voltage. That is the open circuit voltage which you get. Open circuit voltage which you get here is 15 volts, right? So this is 15 volts. Now the question remains, how to find this RTH? How to find this RTH? I told you, think of extremities. Open circuit is one extremity, then other extremity is short circuit. Other extremity is short circuit. So short circuit means directly short, and what would be I? So connecting ammeter directly is making a short and measuring the current. So ammeter is having negligible series resistance, so it is effectively a short. So if you and that current would be I short circuit. That current would be I short circuit, right? Now what you are doing? While finding VTH, we connected a voltmeter here and set this voltage. Now we want to find RTH. So what would be RTH? If I short this, in that case, RTH would be VTH upon ISC. RTH would be, right? Because VTH, it is short, so only RTH will come into picture. So RTH will be VTH upon ISC. And how you can measure ISC? You can put a means, if you short this, ISC current should have flown. So here if ISC is to flow, this and this being equivalent, this ISC should also be flowing here. So you connect an ammeter, in this case, connect an ammeter, and that will give you ISC. So to find, and therefore what is VTH is VOC and RTH is VOC upon ISC. So to find out Thevenin's equivalent circuit, we need to find out two. Thevenin has presumed the equivalent circuit to be comprised of an ideal, this is ideal, which may not exist, equivalent. So this is indistinguishable combination. So Thevenin's equivalent voltage is comprised of a Thevenin's equivalent ideal voltage source and a Thevenin's equivalent resistor. Means Thevenin's I looks between any 2 points in the electric circuit as one voltage source and one resistance. That voltage source is called as Thevenin's voltage source, resistance is called as Thevenin's resistance. That voltage source, Thevenin's Means, and how to find out these two values? Take actual circuit, take a voltmeter, measure open circuit voltage, take a ammeter, take a voltmeter, measure open circuit voltage between the 2 points between which you have to find equivalent circuit. Take an ammeter, connect the ammeter there, find out the short circuit current directly. Since nothing is connected, you connecting direct ammeter is finding a short circuit current. So the procedure is 1. Find open circuit voltage. Between A and B. Then 2. Find short circuit current between A and B. Then that open circuit voltage is called as VOC, short circuit current is called as ISC. Now, using these two, you can find this very easily. So, open circuit voltage must be equal to VTH and short circuit current must be equal to VTH upon RTH. So, you know VOC and ISC. So, the answer is given by VTH equal to VOC and RTH is equal to VOC upon ISC. So, with this, it is possible for us to find out both the values of Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Now, here, how will you find out this short circuit current? The short circuit current is very. Now, how to find the short circuit current? It's somewhat tricky. Is it clear? So, open circuit voltage you easily found out. Short circuit current is to be found out. It is somewhat tricky. So, means if I connect directly, now to give you a hint, it is actually human beings, no doubt that artificial intelligence is a very advanced developing branch, but the task which it has to carry is almost infinite and therefore you have good scope. That human beings visual interpretation. Now, find I. And this would be I. Since I shorted, this would be ISC. Find ISC. I am sure that this is something which is very simple, but you will not understand it so quickly. You can pause, you can compute, and you can verify this correct or not. But I will now I will draw the same circuit with some pictorially different. Circuit is same. Absolutely, it is electrically same circuit. 20 volt, 10 volt, point B. Point A. Now, Kirchhoff's law, very simple, but here it is very easy. So what that current would be? This current plus this current. Here also same should be there, but that doesn't come in mind. A pictorial representation gives us that feel, and that is something which the developers of AI has to work huge. Why? If this picture is shown to many and this picture is shown to many, if this picture is shown to few, say 1,000 people, 100 may be able to solve, and with this 800 plus may be able to solve. That is the difference. Now it is short circuit. It is short circuit. So what is voltage? It is short circuit. ISC would be there. Voltage would be 0. So this is 0 volts. So point is at 0 volts. So this is 10 ohm. This is 10 ohm. So 20 volt, 0 volt, 10 ohm, 2 ampere. 10 volt, 10 ohm, 0 volts, 1 ampere. So ISC would be 3 ampere. VTH was 15 volt. Because VOC was 15 volt. This ISC is 3 ampere. This VOC is 15 volt. So RTH would be 5 ohms. This is Thevenin's equivalent circuit. So Thevenin's equivalent circuit comprises of a voltage source and a resistance. With voltage source, its value or Thevenin's equivalent voltage is given by open circuit voltage between the 2 points, and Thevenin's equivalent resistance is given by the ratio of open circuit voltage between the 2 points upon short circuit current between the 2 points. If you go through the book or any other literature, the definition for finding out RTH is different, but that is not so easy to understand. So this is most easy to understand. This is most easy to understand. So Thevenin's equivalent voltage and Thevenin's equivalent resistor. I think that the discussion is very condensed, and using Thevenin's equivalent circuit you can solve as many problems as you can. So now I will give you a simple task. You try to get, now this is for only 2 voltage sources and 2 resistances. Kirchhoff's law and Thevenin's circuit may require same time to solve. But if we expand the circuit, that is, if we are having 2 voltage sources and 5 resistances, so just we solve one problem using Kirchhoff's laws. Two voltage sources we took. So again I will take simple values. 20 volt, 10 ohm, 10 ohm, 10 ohm, 10 ohm, 10. 20 volt, 10 ohm, 10 ohm, 10 ohm, 10 ohm. And this is again 10 ohm. I make it very simple and find out so the question is 2 voltage sources, 20 volt and 10 volt, 5 resistances 10, 10, 10 and 10, and the question is find out IAB or VAB. Either way, both are very simple. I mean, both are same, just same questions asked in arithmetic method. Now this you can do using Kirchhoff's laws. This you can do using Kirchhoff's laws, and the same you can do using Thevenin's theorem. So you try to solve it using Kirchhoff's laws, you try to solve it using Thevenin's theorem. And so how to solve using Thevenin's theorem? Disconnect this and try to find equivalent circuit between these 2 points. Try to find equivalent circuit and then try to solve it using the what we can say, VTH, you find VTH, you find RTH, and then you put that resistance. So AB, find VTH, find RTH, and then put this resistance 10 ohms afterwards, and answer is VTH upon RTH plus 10 is the answer R. So you can solve it by this method. You just check which method gives you a better solution. I think it's very easy using Thevenin's method. You try to solve it today, and tomorrow you will be able to check it again.